Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm running late this morning because I'm still working on. I'm a little disappointed. Yesterday's video didn't get a whole lot of views yet. It's a very important, something that's occurred to me, and I see it as a coming crisis in the red states after if ending a pregnancy becomes illegal. What is going to happen to the addicts that become pregnant and their babies? What's going to happen to the alcoholics? There's over 14 million alcoholics in this country, half of them being women. To over 20 million addicts, half of them, 10 million, being women. And what's going to happen when people that know they can't support a baby, that don't want a baby, that don't have the means to, not to mention when these kids are born with issues. That was yesterday's video, and I'm still working on fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm looking into that this morning. But while I'm looking into that, I got a video for you guys this morning. Okay, Donald Trump wrote, honestly, I don't think Donald Trump ever wrote a book in his life. I'm sure he didn't. I'm willing to bet any amount of money to anybody out there that Donald Trump has never read an entire book in his entire life, or wrote an entire book in his entire life. This was written by Kash Patel. Kash the Wizard. That's what he's called in this kid's book. Okay, it's a kid's book. Okay, so it's called The Plot Against the King, and it's about the handsome King Donald. Again, guys, for the life of me, I don't get it. You know, most human beings, when they see arrogance and narcissism in other human beings, it's very unappealing. But for some reason, Trump supporters, they overlook it. This blatant, arrogant narcissism in this ridiculous character, Donald Trump. I don't get it. Anyway, this supposed kid's book. So I'll have a picture in the thumbnail. It's a ridiculous story. It's disinformation. It talks about the Russian collusion. Now, they slightly changed the names. Now, it's the handsome King Donald versus Hillary Clinton. That's using their imagination. And the shifty knight, Adam Schiff. Okay, and it concerns a steel box. It just gets, I can't believe I'm talking about this. It gets more ridiculous. It concerns a steel box. That's the Steele dossier. Now, this is where the disinformation, this whole story is disinformation. All right, and the Russionian investigation, or the Russionian peoples, right? This is supposedly a kid's book. First of all, the story, it's disinformation. I don't see how a kid would be interested in this story about the handsome King Donald and a steel box. Supposedly, the Hillary Clinton puts slugs. I guess that's false information. This is Trump's version of the Russian collusion investigation, which, by the way, had nothing to. The Steele dossier whole thing didn't even come into the investigation until a year later, into 2006, a year after the 2016 election. So, in Trump's kid's book, the whole FBI investigation started because of Hillary pumping up the Steele dossier, or the steel box, putting slugs in the steel box. Now, kids are supposed to want to read this book. I could see Trump supporters running out and getting this book for their kids, to brainwash their kids with this. And the most bizarre thing is how MAGA parents, Trump supporters, don't want real history about Native Americans, about what happened to Native Americans in this country, about what happened to African Americans in this country, because it'll make their kids feel guilty, and we can't have kids feeling. We can't have white children, Caucasian children feeling guilty. God forbid. But this Trump says this should be put in schoolrooms all across the nation. All right, so it's a false story about Russian collusion, and like I said, I don't see how. I don't see how any children would be interested in reading this. This is a kid's book written with very little imagination, filled with disinformation, written for adult Trump supporters. That's the truth of it. Oh, and it's only $20. It's only, I don't know, it's probably like 10 pages or something. $19.99. But wait, you can get the signed version from Kash Patel for $59.99. What a deal. You know, and Trump just keeps making money hand over fist with stuff like this. I don't get it. I'll have the links down below. Read the story yourself. It's a ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, it's misinformation about the Russian investigation. And here's the kicker. He claims that he's writing a book now about the 2020 election being stolen from him as the greatest crime of the century, for a kid's book. Great. So Donald Trump, as he invents his own history for MAGA children across the country. Again, I don't think any children. I don't have any children, so I'm not very, up on what kids read. But I don't see how kids would be interested in the handsome King Donald and Hillary Clinton and some steel box and slugs and shifty night. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but I'm sure it'll sell like hotcakes to those Trump supporters out there. All right, you guys, I will be back later. I'm very concerned about the video, not the video, but the subject I brought up in yesterday's video. And I'm still working on it. I'm not letting this one go. I want some answers on this. What is going to happen when addicts and alcoholics are forced to carry their pregnancies full term, and these children are born with serious issues? Who's gonna take care of them? What are the plans? I want to know. All right, you guys have a great Thursday.